Hello, everyone. Today we will explore two extraordinary paintings by Caravaggio, The Seven Works of Mercy and The Taking of Christ. These works not only showcase his dramatic use of light and realism, but also his deep engagement with human emotional and morality. Let's begin with The Seven Works of Mercy. Caravaggio painted The Seven Works of Mercy around 1607 for the Pio Monte della Misericordia in Naples. It was intended for an altar, and its purpose was both devotional and didactic, to inspire charitable acts among viewers. At first glance, the painting seems chaotic. Multiple figures overlap in a single compressed space. But what Caravaggio is doing here is extraordinary. He combines all seven acts of mercy into one powerful narrative scene. Let's look at what those seven acts are. In Catholic tradition, they include feeding the hungry, giving drink to the thirsty, clothing the naked, sheltering the homeless, visiting the imprisoned, visiting the sick, and burying the dead. Caravaggio weaves them together using real models and theatrical light source that cuts across the darkness. For example, in the center left, a young man carries a dead body, symbolizing the burial of the dead. On the right, a woman nurses an old man in prison. This shocking image represents both visiting the imprisoned and feeding the hungry. This woman is Pero, from the classical story of Roman charity, secretly breastfeeding her father to keep him alive. It's bold, controversial, and deeply compassionate. Classic Caravaggio. Caravaggio was a master of chiaroscuro, the use of strong contrast between light and dark. Let's look at the definition. The treatment of light and shade in drawing and painting, an effect of contrasted light and shadow created by light falling unevenly or from a particular direction on something. Here, light serves not just to highlight figures, but to represent divine mercy breaking into a dark world. He avoids idealized saints and instead paints gritty, street level reality. His figures are flawed, human, but dignified, showing us that mercy is not distant or abstract. It's personal, tangible, demanding. Now let's turn to the taking of Christ. Painted in 1602. While the Seven Works of Mercy focuses on compassion, this painting turns to betrayal and suffering, yet both explore moral tension and the depths of human experience. Here we see a moment from the Gospel of John, Judas betraying Jesus with a kiss. Caravaggio captures the precise instant Christ is seized. The crowd surges forward. Metal armor glints. Jesus stands calm and sorrowful. Look at the contrast. Judas grasping eager, and Jesus serene, resigned. The drama unfolds in compressed space again, with arms and faces tumbling into frame. Caravaggio paints himself into the scene. He's the man holding the lantern. This isn't just a cameo. He positions himself as one shedding light on the betrayal. It's a reflection on witnessing sin and understanding it, perhaps even complicity in it. Notice, too, the silence of the moment. Caravaggio doesn't give us chaos or shouting. Instead, there's tension, intimacy, a sense of inevitability. Like the Seven Works of Mercy, the taking of Christ doesn't offer easy answers. It invites contemplation. In both paintings, Caravaggio uses light and dark not just to model form, but to create meaning. Mercy and betrayal, compassion and violence, the divine piercing through the shadows of human suffering. He collapses sacred in everyday life, making biblical stories urgent and real. By using ordinary models in urban settings, Caravaggio brings us into the story. We're not just observers, we're implicated. To conclude, Caravaggio's The Seven Works of Mercy and The Taking of Christ shows us two sides of humanity, its capacity for kindness and its inclination towards betrayal. But in both, we see grace breaking through. He doesn't give us saints on pedestals, he gives us human beings, complex, fallible, and deeply moving. And in doing so, He transforms art into a mirror, one that reflects not only history, but ourselves. Thank you for listening.